Race cars tend to live two lives. There's the short, intense one, spent fighting for podiums on race weekends, and then there's the much longer afterlife. Museum piece, collector's trophy, or the pet project of an enthusiast determined to keep something impossible running. That second act is trickier than it sounds. Preserving a historic race car isn't like maintaining a vintage road car, because racing machinery was never built with longevity in mind. It's specialized, low volume, and built around engineering knowledge that tends to walk out the door with the people who created it. Honda Racing Corporation thinks it has a fix. The new Heritage Racing program is built to sell genuine Honda and Acura competition cars while backing them with the kind of factory-level technical support needed to actually keep them on track, not just parked under a spotlight. Rather than treating these cars as artifacts that happen to still roll, HRC is framing them as functioning pieces of motorsport history that deserve to keep doing the job they were built for. The car chosen to launch the program is the number 26 Acura ARX-01A, a genuinely significant machine, not a replica or some modern homage wearing a historic badge. This is Acura's first purpose-built endurance racer, and it earned its stripes immediately. At the 2007 Sebring 12 Hours, on its very first outing, the ARX-01A won the LMP2 class, driven by Dario Franchitti, Brian Herta, and Tony Kanaan, three names that carry serious weight across different corners of motorsport. That result alone cemented the car's place in Acura's history, and now it's the one leading Honda's new heritage effort into the world. The announcement landed during Honda Racing Corporation's Monterey Car Week activities, with the ARX-01A set to appear at the Quail on August 14th and later at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, a fitting stage given its ties to American endurance racing. But these appearances are really just the introduction. The bigger story is the program itself. At the heart of it is factory-backed preservation, done properly. HRC isn't just tracking down an old race car, giving it a wash and handing over the keys. Every car entering the program gets fully disassembled before restoration even starts, letting engineers evaluate the machine down to its bones, rather than eyeballing it from the outside. That matters more with race cars than with almost anything else, because their histories are rarely clean. These machines were built for abuse, modified mid-career, repaired after incidents, rebuilt to fit shifting regulations. Parts get swapped, specs drift, and understanding what a car actually looked like at any given point takes real detective work, not just a glance at the bodywork. To get that right, HRC says it's pulling from original homologation paperwork, period engineering notes, and archival photography, sources that can reveal what later documentation might miss, or catch details that got lost as the car changed hands over the years. And crucially, the restoration philosophy isn't replace everything with something modern. Authenticity still counts for a lot with a car this significant. But a race car meant to actually go back on track can't be treated purely as a museum piece either. So HRC is threading the needle, staying faithful to the original engineering while making the updates necessary to run the car safely today. Engines get rebuilt in-house at HRC's Santa Clarita, California headquarters, which puts one of the most stressed, most critical systems on the car under direct manufacturer control rather than farmed out to a third party. That's not a small detail when the whole point is eventual track use rather than static display. Electronics and select safety materials also get sensible modern updates where it makes sense. Old racing electronics age in ways that have nothing to do with a car's historical character. Wiring degrades, sensors become impossible to source, and systems that were cutting edge decades ago simply aren't reliable anymore. Updating those pieces keeps the car usable without diluting what makes it authentic. Safety materials follow similar logic. Standards move on, and something that was acceptable protection in period may not hold up by today's expectations. So a few careful swaps can make a big difference without changing the car's essential identity. HRC's involvement doesn't stop once the wrenches go down either. Every restored car gets track tested before it's handed over, because plenty of issues simply don't show up in a shop. Braking behavior, cooling, suspension response, how the electronics behave under real load. You only really find that stuff out by driving the thing. Maybe the most interesting piece of the whole program, though, is what happens after delivery. HRC engineers will be available trackside to support owners directly. That's a fundamentally different relationship than the usual collector car transaction. Owning a historic race car can be genuinely intimidating, even for a seasoned enthusiast. Unusual gearboxes, bespoke suspension geometry, competition-only electronics, engines that no ordinary shop wants to touch. Just knowing who to call when something breaks can be half the battle once a car gets old enough. HRC's program is designed to take a lot of that uncertainty off the table. Customers get some say in how their car is prepared during the rebuild, and once it's done, they've got a direct line to people who actually understand the machine at a fundamental level, arguably a bigger asset than the car itself, since specialist dealers and auction houses can get you the metal, but almost none of them can get you the engineers. In effect, Honda is treating engineering knowledge as part of the product. Buy an ARX01A through this program, and you're not just getting an old prototype with a good story. You're getting an ongoing connection to the people who understand exactly how it was built and how they keep it alive, which matters a lot for components that were never designed to survive this many decades. Pricing hasn't been announced, and that's no surprise. Between the car's rarity, its provenance, and the sheer scope of a full manufacturer-backed rebuild, there are a lot of variables in play. The ARX01A also won't be a one-off within the program. HRC has already restored 4 ARX05 DPI prototypes, showing it has real experience returning more modern endurance racers to usable condition. And it's also displaying an NSX GT3 chassis currently for sale, a car with 38 class wins across IMSA and SRO to its name, giving collectors another entry point built on genuine competitive pedigree rather than nostalgia alone. Between the ARX01A's early prototype era, the ARX05's DPI years, and the NSX GT3's GT heritage, it's already clear the program isn't going to stay confined to one type of car or one racing era. Historic Honda-powered Indy cars are reportedly next, which would open up an entirely different, equally specialized category of machinery with its own deep well of American open-wheel history. There's a practical logic behind expanding this way. A race car is arguably at its most meaningful when it's actually being driven. But keeping an aging competition machine usable takes resources most private owners simply don't have. The older the car gets, the harder that job becomes. Parts vanish from the supply chain, documentation scatters, and even basic maintenance can turn into a research project. A manufacturer, on the other hand, often still has the original records tucked away somewhere, engineers who worked on the program still on staff, and modern manufacturing tools that can reproduce long discontinued parts. That's a gap an individual collector, however well-funded, usually can't close on their own. There's a cultural case for all this too. Motorsport history loses something when its machines go fully static. A prototype that once fought for class wins feels different when its engine still fires and its suspension still works the way it was engineered to. When a driver to still feel what the car was actually built to deliver, rather than just look at it. That's not a license to thrash every historic car mercilessly, of course. Preservation is always a balancing act between protecting something irreplaceable and letting it do what it was made for. HRC's approach, authentic restoration paired with sensible safety updates and real track testing, seems built around exactly that balance. It could also lower the barrier for buyers who'd otherwise be nervous about taking on an old race car. Money alone doesn't solve the problems of historic ownership. Even well-resourced collectors struggle to find the right specialists or track down original parts. Folding technical support directly into the ownership experience changes that calculus considerably, and it makes particular sense for a manufacturer like Honda, whose motorsport resume spans endurance racing, IndyCar, and GT competition, giving it a genuinely deep bench of machines that could eventually flow through a program like this. The ARX01A makes sense as the starting point precisely because it's not just an interesting old car, it's a milestone with a real result behind it, an LMP2 class win at Sebring on debut, driven by a trio of well-known names. For a collector, the appeal is really that combination of pedigree and usability, documented history, real manufacturer origins, an actual result, and now a restoration process that goes down to the bare structure rather than a cosmetic polish. factory engine work, period-correct documentation, sensible modern updates, real track testing, and the promise of trackside support all add up to something considerably more compelling than a typical private sale. How accessible the program ultimately becomes will come down to price, and this is clearly not built for a mass audience. But for buyers operating at this level, the draw probably isn't finding the cheapest way into historic motorsport. It's the confidence that comes from direct factory backing. Anyone with enough money can eventually find an old race car for sale. Finding one with real documented history is harder. Finding one the manufacturer itself restored is harder still. And having that manufacturer's own engineers on call afterward turns a purchase into something closer to a lasting relationship than a transaction. That, ultimately, seems to be the whole point of the Heritage Racing program. Not simply moving historic machines from Honda's hands into wealthy collectors, but making sure those cars stay technically understood and genuinely capable of returning to a circuit. The car is the visible part, but the expertise behind it might be the more valuable half of the deal. With more ARX-05s and NSX GT3 boasting 38 wins and Honda-powered Indy cars reportedly on the horizon, this could grow into a substantial stable of factory-supported competition cars. Proof that historic race cars don't have to fade into fragile relics, so long as someone with the right documentation, engineering know-how, and genuine commitment is willing to keep them alive.